Hello everyone, today I'm finally bringing you all my completion of Allegiance in Geometry Dash, and before I get started, I owe you all a huge apology for how long I've put this off. I've put this off for way longer than it should have been. Anyways, moving on. I started playing Allegiance about a week ago. What you're seeing here is my second run from the drop to the end. I know you might be wondering why did I record my second run from the drop to the end and not my first run from the drop to the end. Well, I didn't feel like doing a run from the drop to the end at first, but then I decided I wanted to do it again, and not for the sake of recording, but for the sake of more practice, and I decided just to make a recording of it, and I can say I did think that was a good idea doing that, and it felt good doing it twice because the drop to the end is one of the hardest things to do in this level, especially considering how many choke points are at the end of the level. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say what a few of my worst fails were and what my attempt count was for Allegiance. So my three worst fails were 62%, 63%, and 72%. And for my attempt count, I actually don't know what my attempt count was because the copy I was using to do my 47 to 100% runs is actually a new copy. I deleted my old copy of Allegiance, so I don't even know what my attempt count was, and I don't even have a clue as to what it is to this day. But anyways, moving on to the completion. Just like I did with Dolos, I'm going to commentate over the level's gameplay so you all can understand what it's like. The icon part here is a little tricky, same with this robot part. Then this small icon part here is actually pretty easy to do. The ship part here is pretty skill based. It does require a little bit of straight flying skill, as you can see, but other than that, it's really not that hard. However, the ball part here is incredibly timing heavy, as you can see. Some timings are really hard. The timing right there at 35% was really hard to do, and then it's followed up by a little wave section. It's not that hard, although the passageways you can see are a little tight, especially going for the coin, as you can see right there. Now comes the drop. This UFO part is a little difficult to do. As you can see, it's constantly switching gravity. And then the ship part here is pretty hard. The green orb transition is incredibly difficult. That's one of the biggest choke points of the level, followed by this tough wave part there. As you can see, it was constantly switching gravity. And then there's another small little wave part there, as you can see. And then there's a short straight fly part. And then just like with Dolos, at the end things get slower, but there's a lot of choke points, you can see. This duel here isn't too hard, but the swing copter here is a little easier, as you can see. It's not really all that hard to do, but the straight fly here is incredibly hard, as you can see. And then it's followed by a wave section, followed by another straight fly section, then a triple spike. So yeah, that is what Allegiance is for you all, because I got no time here. I also want to take this time to say that I'm now streaming on Twitch, and if y'all want to catch me completing Extreme and Insane Demons live, go to Twitch. My Twitch channel is the same as my YouTube channel, Nick Gaming 2174, and I'm going to be taking some time before I complete Sonic Wave Rebirth and complete some Insane Demons, because I felt like I've been pushing myself way too much with Extreme Demons, and ever since I beat Cataclysm, I've really not beaten any other Insane Demons, so I've decided I'm going to go back and beat some Insane Demons before I beat Sonic Wave Rebirth. But other than that, that's all I have to say, so bye for now, everyone.